what is the working principle of light emitting diode? Light emitting diode. So on the screen you can observe that is principle of light emitting diode. Light emitting diode. You observe here when PN junction diode is in forward biased. PN junction diode is in forward biased. What is forward bias? Anyone? So otherwise you observe here, yesterday I discussed about this forward bias. This is the depletion layer. This is p-type semiconductor. This is n-type semiconductor. If p-type semiconductor is connected to positive terminal of the battery and n-type semiconductor is connected to negative terminal of the battery, then the PN junction diode is in forward biased. FB, forward biased. So in p-type semiconductor, majority charge carriers holds minority electrons. In n-type semiconductor, majority charge carriers electrons, minority electrons, minority holes. Holes. Simply, I am removing this line, right? Okay. You see here, when PN junction diode is in forward bias, this is a positive terminal, this is positive hole. So due to the repulsion, the hole diffuse from, you can see, hole diffuse from p-type to n-type semiconductor. Holes also diffuse from p-type to n-type. Electrons also diffused from n-type to p-type. You can see electrons diffuse from n-type to p-type side. What I am saying, when PN junction diode is in forward biased, then holes diffused from p-type to n-type semiconductor. Electrons also diffused from n-type to p-type semiconductor undergo radioactive recombination with each other. Due to this recombination with each other, it emits the photon radiation. This type of diode is called light emitting diode. So already in direct and indirect band gap of semiconductor, we discussed about this. So take an x-axis propagation wave vector. So on y-axis energy. So this is this is conduction band, valency band. So this is electron, this is hole. This is valency band, this is conduction band. In direct and indirect band gap of semiconductor, the hole, the electron directly recombine with hole in valency band with emitting H nu photon radiation. This is H nu photon radiation. If electron recombine with hole, it emits the radiation, H nu radiation. So emitting electrons, emitting photons. So this is emitting photon. That is the principle. What I am saying, clearly observe, when a PN junction diode is in forward biased, then electrons diffused from n-type to p-type semiconductor, holes diffused from p-type to n-type semiconductor undergo radioactive recombination with each other with emitting photons. Such PN diodes are called light emitting diodes. Otherwise, you can also observe in this figure, when PN junction diode is in forward biased, then the holes, this is plus means this is a positive. The holes diffused from p-type to n-type semiconductor. Electrons diffused from n-type to p-type, n-type to p-type semiconductor. So undergo, for example, this electron undergo recombination with a hole with emitting the photon. If hole recombine with electron, undergo radioactive recombination with emitting photon. This type of diode is called light emitting diode. Light emitting diode. So the light emitting diode, you know, for example, this is higher energy state E2, this is lower energy state E1. If the energy difference E2 minus E1 is equal to H nu, you know very well this formula. Thus energy difference, I am taking here energy gap, that is equal to h nu. You know very well, V is equal to n lambda in your 8th class. So this is C at the place of C velocity. This is C. This frequency nu lambda as it is. From this nu is equal to C by lambda. At the place of C, just substitute this is C by lambda. So Eg is equal to Hc by lambda. From this relation wavelength is equal to Hc by Eg. You can see here, this is Hc by Eg. That is the corresponding wavelength. When an electron meets a hole, it falls into lower energy level and release energy in the form of photons. The corresponding emission wavelength lambda is equal to Hc by Eg. Substituting Planck's constant value, what is that value? 6.625 into 10 to the power minus 34 joule second. C light velocity 3 into 10 to the power 8 meter per second. Substituting these values, we get this one in micrometers, or 1.24 by Eg in bracket in electron volts micrometer. This is the wavelength, corresponding wavelength. In an LED, the semiconductor has a high energy gap. So this is Eg, high energy gap. So it has low wavelength. High energy gap means indirectly it has low wavelength. So the semiconductor has a high energy gap, and the junction is constructed such that radiation from the junction can escape. We will discuss in construction how it will escape from the surface, top surface. You see here, this is the top surface. It is escaping the light ray. So you see here what I am saying here. So the light emitting diode is constructed in a such a way radiation from the junction can escape. So this is the symbol of light emitting diode. Clearly you observe. So what is this figure? This is normal diode. This is anode. This is cathode. So this normal diode we can construct as light emitting diode. Simply the light is emitting. This is the LED symbol. So you clearly observe for normal diode and LED. So normal diode, just this is the normal diode. There is no light. This is normal diode. Just we are taking this light emitting. So that is LED, light emitting diode. That is the symbol of LED. Important LED materials. So you can see here LED materials, gallium arsenide, GaAs. You observe clearly here third group and fifth group compounds. These LED materials are third group and fifth group elements. What are third group elements? Aluminium, gallium, indium, thallium. What are the fifth group elements? Nitrogen, phosphorus, arsenic, antimony. For example, first one. What is the first one? Gallium arsenide, GaAs. What about G? Ga, this is third group element. What about As? This is fifth group element. So these compounds are third and fifth group elements. You can observe. Second one, gallium phosphate, GaP. This is third group, Ga, gallium phosphate. This is fifth group element. Similarly, third and fourth also. Gallium arsenide, phosphide, GaAsP, or that combination. Fourth one, gallium aluminium arsenide, GaXAl 1 minus XAs. So these are the LED materials. Construction of LED. Very, very important. Construction and also working. You clearly observe You can write in your own words. Own words. So I am giving here. So first, let us take a glass box. This is the glass box. So top surface, this is the top surface, this is the bottom surface. First, the top surface is coated with, this is the top surface is coated with silicon dioxide. This top surface is coated with SiO2, silicon dioxide. Above this silicon dioxide is also coated with third group element, that is aluminum. So it is also coated with third group element, that is aluminum. So this bottom surface is also coated with aluminum paint. This is bottom reflected coating. So inside the box, let us take a LED material, gallium phosphate, GAP, gallium phosphate. The bottom surface of gallium surface is coated with N-type material. It behaves as N-type semiconductor. The top surface of GAP is coated with P-type material. Then it behaves as a P-type semiconductor. Between this P-type and N-type semiconductor, a junction is formed. That junction is called PN junction. This diode is called PN junction diode. The P-type, top surface P-type is connected to positive terminal of the battery, and the bottom surface N-type is connected, it has some connection wire connected with negative terminal of the battery. Then the PN junction diode is in forward biased. That is the construction. You can see clearly in this figure also. So this is the circuit diagram. This is the symbol of LED. It is connected to positive terminal of the battery and negative terminal of the battery. This is also in forward bias. So observe clearly working. When PN junction diode is in forward biased, then holes diffused from P-type to N-type semiconductor, electrons diffused from N-type to P-type semiconductor undergo radioactive recombination with each other with emitting H-nu radiation. This H-nu radiation emits in all the directions. The emitting radiation is incident inside the material box or glass box. These are reflected and incident and reflected. After getting some incidents and reflection, the light ray comes out from the top surface, escaping. This is top surface as light emitting. This type of diode is called light emitting diode. Sometimes the incident light ray, this is the incident light ray gets, this incident angle is greater than critical angle, then it gets total internal reflection. Due to this total internal reflection effect, the light ray will not come out from the glass box or diode. So it is the major problem in light emitting diode. If it gets total internal reflection, due to the total internal reflection, the light ray always get that total internal reflection. It will not come out from the top surface. To overcome this problem, this total internal reflection problem, the inside the box top surface, bottom surface, and left and right surfaces are coated with third group and fifth group materials. Fifth group materials. First point. To overcome this problem, total internal reflection problem, to overcome this problem, the top, bottom, and left to right surfaces are inside the all the surfaces coated with third group and fifth group materials. Third group and fifth group materials. Why we are coating third group and fifth group materials? These materials are having low refractive index value, and these are 1 second, low critical angle value up to 17 degrees. These are having high refractive index value, mu refractive index value. So this low critical angle, we will not get total internal reflection. High refractive index also, we will not get total internal reflection. To overcome this problem, the third group and fifth group materials are coated inside the surfaces of the material box. So the third and fifth group materials are having low critical angle value and high refractive index value. So clearly you can observe this is the construction. I will give in our notes. Already I discussed. So this is the working. In this working, you can also observe. So due to the total internal reflection, to overcome this problem, third group, fifth group materials are used to coating because of they have high refractive index mu and small or low critical angle value in order of 17 degrees. This is the working. This is the working. So characteristics of light emitting diode. Characteristics of light emitting diode. This is the circuit diagram. So I am drawing here again same. This is the normal PN junction diode. So this symbol, this is LED, light emitting diode. This is the LED symbol. LED symbol. So this p-type material is connected to resistor, or it is connected to positive terminal of the battery. So this n-type semiconductor is connected to milliammeter, and this milliammeter is connected to negative terminal of the battery. So this is variable battery, you observe. So simply this is battery. This is a variable battery. What is the main difference? For example, this is fixed voltage. For example, 1.5. Always it has only 1.5. It will supply only 1.5 volts. Variable. This is 1 volt to 2 volt to 3 volt to 4 volt. We can change. So this is variable battery. We can get different. We can supply the different voltage values. Different voltage values. So here, this is the parallel connection of voltmeter. You can observe that clearly here. That is the circuit diagram. The LED has two important characteristics. The two important characteristics of an LED are, number one, VI characteristics, V voltage, I current, VI characteristics. Second one, LI characteristics. This is light, incident light, output light, or light intensity. L, I is the current. So these are the two characteristics. First one you observe clearly. Yesterday we discussed about normal diode VI characteristics. Normal diode VI characteristics. So both are the same graphs, normal diode and LED, but it has one main difference. You observe here, main difference. So take an x-axis voltage as it is, on y-axis current. So this is 1, this is 2, this is 3, this is 4, and so on. So what is this voltage? This is knee voltage, or cut-in voltage, or threshold voltage. This is for LED, light emitting diode. This is for normal diode. Normal diode. This is 0. If voltage increases, current also increases at a particular voltage, the current is suddenly increased. So this knee voltage is very less knee voltage. This is high, nearly to high knee voltage. This is the main difference, but both graphs are same. You observe here. So the graph shows the variation between voltage and current. The junction voltage V versus current characteristics of an LED is similar to the VI characteristics of silicon junction diode. The normal diode, silicon normal diode graph and also LED graph, both are same, similar to each other. However, there is one major difference. It has a major difference. What is that? The knee voltage or threshold voltage is much higher than the silicon diode. That is the major difference. In silicon diode, knee voltage 0.7 volts, but in LED 1.5 to 2.2 volts. 2.2 volts. It changes depending on material to material. So in an LED, the knee voltage is 1.5 to 2.2 volts. 2.2 volts. Second one, Li characteristics of LED. What is L? You see, capital L is the amount of light emitted. This is capital L, or light output, or output light intensity. That is capital L. Take on y-axis. The forward current, take on x-axis. The graph shows the variation between output light intensity and forward current. Forward current. So here L is directly proportional to the current through the diode at low current. So you see this is 0. This is 0. Light intensity increases up to here. Up to here, L is directly proportional to I. Light intensity increases, current also increases at low current values. But at higher current values, it get non-linear curve. Non-linear. You observe here, this is a curve, non-linear curve. However, in practice, the characteristics is non-linear, especially at higher currents, as shown in this graph. Up to low currents, the light output is directly proportional to current, but higher, it is a non-linear graph. Applications of light emitting diode. What are the applications of light emitting diode? So first point, you observe LEDs are used for instrument display. You know very well, microprocessors, LED TVs, LED display mobiles. So instrument display, LEDs are used for instrument display. LEDs are also used in calculators, digital computers, digital clocks, picture phones, multimeters, microprocessors, and so on. LEDs are very, very, very useful in nowadays. LEDs are used in calculators, digital computers, digital clocks, etc. LEDs are also used as power on-off buttons. Third one, on-off buttons. So LEDs are used for indicating power on-off buttons. So fourth one, the LED gives the fast response with respect to time. So these LEDs are used in optical communication systems. Optical communication systems. You can observe fourth point. Very fast response time in the order of nanoseconds. Hence, it is very useful as source for optical communication systems. So light emitting diodes are also used in switching, optical switching applications or optical switching devices. These are also used in solid state video displays available in market also. LEDs are used for solid state video displays. So seventh one, the LEDs are suitable for any environment. So 0 to 70 degrees centigrade we can operate. 0 to 70 degrees centigrade. For 50 degrees, 30 degrees, we can, at any environment, we can apply, we can use, suitable for any environment. They can operate over a wide range of temperature, 0 to 70 degrees centigrade. So above 70, all the devices will get some problems. For example, AC, just reached 55 above to 60, it will not working. It will not work. Some person is disturbing, mute yourself. So they can operate over a wide range of temperature, 0 to 70 degrees centigrade. What I am saying, they can operate over a wide range of 0 to 70 degrees centigrade temperature. Available in beautiful colors, in different colors. So very small in size. These are having long lifetime. So 10 to the power 5 hours. So for example, the device, LED device is working from this 0 time to 1 day. After sometimes you stop that button off. For example, TV. Sometimes, after sometimes, you will close that TV. Then next 1 hour or next day you starts. It will start from 0 to 10 to the power 5 hours. 10 to the power 5 hours. So it has long lifetime. 1 lakh hours. 1 lakh hours. 10 to the power 5 means 1 lakh hours. If you stop that device, then it gets that natural status. It gets natural status. So next it will work up to 10 to the power 5 hours. 10 to the power 5 hours. Very small in size. It has long lifetime. They are used in alarm systems. So applications of LED. LEDs are used for instrument display, calculators, digital computers, digital clocks, etc. These are used in power on off buttons. LEDs are used in optical communication systems, optical switching applications. So solid state video displays, suitable for any environment. We can operate 0 to 70 degrees centigrade. Available in different colors, available in very small size. It has long lifetime. These are used in alarm systems.